What's good? What's good? It's your boy Noise, and this is the 10-8 podcast. 10 in the morning. I know we weren't there Monday, so I'm making up the episode now. Don't be mad at me, but that's what transpired. Monday, so guess what, guys? Monday, I got on the plane, but I'll explain that after that. Terence Crawford announces his official retirement. And myself and Jamel Herring are going to react to it at 10 o'clock in the morning. I had to take it down. I had to think about what just transpired. But we're going to react on what transpired after this. Yo, what it is. We are live right now. We usually don't do 10 o'clock in the morning. We used to, but since I missed the last couple days, I said, you know what, I got to do this. So I missed the last couple of days because simply I decided to surprise my kids. They're big Giant fans. And I took them to New York this weekend to watch the great New York Giants. Well, we're not great this year, but you get it. You know what I mean? The New York football Giants. So I got to watch them and whatnot. And my guys in the building, up early in the West Coast. My man Jamel Herring in the building. The big news broke out yesterday, and we're going to keep this show not too long today. But we definitely have to react to the news. But, you know, Jamel's out there. But tonight we'll be back on at 10. Or is it 9 p.m. or 10 p.m.? Which one is it?
9 p.m. 9 p.m. for everybody out there.
So it's going to be 9 p.m. from now on? Or
yeah.
All right, so
I'm cool with 9.
At 9 p.m. Tonight we'll do a full show and probably get a little bit more time in because we're going to be doing 9 o'clock. But I'm just doing this as a reaction show. Terence Crawford announced last night, out of the blue, kind of, that he was going to retire. And I posted it, and you know what's crazy? I added my man as a collaborator, and my man ignored my collaboration. No, he accepted it and took me off the collaboration, and I got to address that with you. I don't know what I said. You kicked me off. Why did you jump off the collaboration?
How can I kick you off your own collaboration?
Oh, you rejected the collaboration? I was offended. You did it.
Yeah. How is that possible, bro?
I don't know.
Let's speak on that topic over the especially the Terence Crawford, my man Bud.
Oh no. I mean, what was your? I'm gonna give you my.
I wasn't surprised, bro. I honestly, I don't think you were surprised either. To be real with you, bro. I don't think you were surprised either. Let's be real.
I said
you and I have had many great conversations on that topic, like what was next, and no one can really, finger point what was next. I mean, think about it, bro. Like, in my honest opinion, I think he was actually waiting for the Genovic fight, but then we seen what happened with Genovic, and then we seen that Canelo won the rematch, but he didn't want the rematch in May. He won the rematch in September. So I don't think Bud wanted to wait that long around, because like I said, Father Time waits for no one as it is. So I just think he lost his I wouldn't say lost his motivation, but like, over time the hunger, the hunger dwells down, and it's like, what more do I need to prove?
I have a different take on it. I have a completely different take on it. And then I called this before, and I told everyone out there, all you Crawford maniacs, right, that Bud had only one option to make money in the situation. Genovic, he wasn't going to get what he wanted. He wasn't going to get what he wanted with anybody at 168 outside of the biggest name in the world in Canelo Alvarez. And that's the bottom line. It's money. I don't think, and it's nothing.
Of course. I feel like I also felt like, in my honest opinion, because you and I spoke about it before, because we made some great points too about it. I feel like he went to the table, he asked for a number, being that he beat the man. I feel like they probably couldn't present him with the number that he asked for because, like you pointed out, also they have a contract either way with Canelo that probably has guarantees in there. And I'm pretty sure my man, rightfully so, wanted that same amount of money, if not more, and they probably couldn't give to. So he's like, all right, cool, bet, I'm out.
And you know what's the crazy thing? I don't even think he asked for more than Canelo. He just wanted to hit that.
Well, I'm pretty sure he asked for more than when he got the first time around. Though they probably
Oh
couldn't
no,
give.
yeah, he definitely asked for 100
And
million.
which he deserved. Which he deserved.
Yeah.
You're not gonna take less, or you're not gonna take the same amount.
No, absolutely. And again, and this is what I told people. People thought I was crazy when I originally said it. I said, "Yo, Bud is at a point in his career, and even when he took the fight, right? Let's go back to even when he took the fight. This was his biggest payday. He came out and said it. This was the deal. It was the money situation, right? He wasn't going to get that money with anybody, and I mean nobody. The closest would have probably been Boots, let's just say, and that would have not. He would not got that much on that situation. So you go into a situation with Canelo Alvarez. You know, Canelo ends up getting, I think, a guaranteed 150 just for him. He got 80 for William Skull, which is crazy if you really think about it. That's already 230. So he's walking into that situation and saying, you know what? I want at least 100 million. If I beat the man, I should get it. And he's absolutely right. But the problem is this: A, there's no pay-per-view, right? B, to get that type of money back, you're already seeing that Turkey Al-Sheikh is already scaling back. He's like, yo, I can't
Oh
continue.
yeah, I heard definitely. I'm glad you put that up too, bro. Scaling back, I've heard that there's a issue with the even with the Virgil and Boo situation
Yeah.
because supposedly Turkey Al Sheikh is not involved with that fight. So
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
yeah, so I heard this yesterday, matter of fact. Turkey's not pretty much involved with that with making that fight. So we know before, my man Rick, Virgil's manager, what he wanted, 10 million minimum. The zone as a network isn't gonna give up that type of money, you know what I'm saying, on its own.
Nobody in boxing at this
No
point.
one's here. So that's why we're hearing these things from, a stalemate. That's why you're hearing these things where in terms of Golden Boy potentially actually leaving the zone, going to Amazon Prime because of these things out there. So like, yeah, man, money is everything comes down to the money for all these situations that we just spoke on in this first 7 minutes.
And you got to think about it like this. Right? Why would Turkey want to go help out the zone? Why would Turkey want to help out everybody else when he's pushing the whole thing with Zuffa right now? Or what's it called, Zuffa, whatever, with Dana White? And why would I help my competitor? If the fight's not going to be under Zuffa, why would I make it happen? And I think that's going to play a big part moving forward in regards to people getting money. And again, I said this before: the last golden ticket is Canelo, and Terence Crawford cashed it out. He cashed it out at the perfect exact time. They still owe Canelo 2 fights, right? Turkey does, and he's going to use those 2 fights to push his Zuffa brand and his agenda. And I think that's where Terence Crawford kind of got caught up in as well, because, at the end of the day, I think he would love to have done the rematch, but I don't think people want to see a rematch either. That's another thing that people, nobody really wants to see a rematch. It wasn't a great fight. You know what I'm saying? It was a great performance from Terence Crawford. Some say, but it wasn't a great fight. And to be honest, I didn't want to see a part 2. Like, I was like, for what? Like, I'm going to see the same exact thing. I don't want to see it. And I think Turkey Al-Sheikh is seeing it the same way. He's like, yo, like, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna get our money back. You know what I mean? Let's use Canelo to build this Zuffa brand. And I would not be surprised if we see Canelo against Charisse or somebody that he's heavily invested in at this point, and Dana White promoting it. It's not a coincidence that Dana White was the one that promoted what fight was it? The Canelo and Crawford. So I think a lot of it has to play with that, and I think we're going to start seeing the separations of these organizations. We've already seen everybody with the Ring Magazine versus the WBC and the other sanctioning bodies. Like you've seen Dana White make conferences. It's going to be a lot of posturing at this point in terms of going there. And I don't see anyone getting that type of money ever again for a long.
I just seen something. What's up with Oscar De La Hoya though taking shots at Bud though for retiring?
I didn't even see the shots. I don't know.
I seen the zone had posted it, but I like Oscar, but Oscar comes off real bitter when it comes off of athletes that I guess retire undefeated. I don't understand
Oh,
it.
I can't. I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to quote something or speak on something I didn't see. But I mean, a lot of people are going to take shots. I don't see the shots that. I mean, I don't. I think it's a great opportunity for Bud to retire with all his senses, has all the money in the world. Is probably the perfect time. His biggest victory of his career, his biggest check, has invested his money well. Um, I think he's doing it at the right time. And you're right. Some people may be jealous. Some people always gonna have an opinion. Oh, he should do this, should do that. Why? What is he? What does Terence Bud Crawford have to prove at this point?
Nothing.
And I'm with him. I'm happy for him. Um, I called his retirement almost about a year ago, actually, and I don't know. I'm gonna go back in the episodes, and I said he's gonna get the bag and he's gonna retire after Canelo. There's nothing for him. Nobody is gonna go and generate that type of money. I mean, Jamal, think about it. When you got your biggest payday, were you looking to go backwards? No,
No, you never go backwards.
you
Never
never
go
do.
backwards.
And he can't. He reached the ceiling. He reached his maximum that he was ever going to get. The only way that fight gets a rematch is if it's a close fight and generates buzz. Nobody wants to see a part two to that at all. And to his fault, his two biggest victories weren't competitive, weren't that good, or what people say, right? And it didn't generate a rematch. And it is what it is. What's good, L Free? What's good, Real Talk? We're up early. I know a lot of people aren't used to that, but we just wanted to react to the Terence Bud Crawford um, retirement, and I think it happens at a perfect time. And there's nobody out there right now that can bring up the money that he wants. And people want to say, Turkey's his friend. Turkey's about money. He's about business. And we've seen articles where they've came out and said that the Saudis are going to cut down on that budget. They're overpaying these fighters. Ridiculously, they're overpaying them. You know what I mean? And we knew when he got the big fish Canelo, his contract allegedly was close to like $500 million, which is crazy. In 4 fights, he's already reached 230 of that. Think about it. 230 of that is already done. Now you got 2 left. So what are we looking at? Another 250? So
it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what I mean. But like I said again, money talks. So who knows? He could come back. He could come back. But like I said, they have to present that bag.
I just don't see a scenario where, unless Canelo comes in his 3rd fight and absolutely obliterates whoever he fights, and people are like, oh shit, Canelo's off of the injury. This is the only scenario where I see Bud possibly getting that rematch if Canelo looks unbelievable in his next fight.
I don't want to see it anyway. I'm cool. Like you said like a few minutes ago, like the 2 biggest victories wasn't even close.
Yeah. And to be honest, I don't even think the fight was a landslide. I just think it was boring. Like,
well, I didn't say it was boring, but the Arrow fight to me was a technical technician's master. It was a master class. I mean, the hand speed for me, I was more amazed with Bud's hand speed in the Spence fight. I already knew the power was there. Like, I mean, I sparred a man so many times, so I knew the power was going to be there. But I was more amazed of the accuracy, the punch placement, and the speed. And the defense, because Arrow's a dangerous dude. Arrow, don't matter what version y'all think y'all seen that night, whatever. Arrow Spence is a dangerous dude. So yeah, I was more amazed with all the technique, if anything. You know what I mean? A lot of fighters got power, but it's useless if you can't do nothing with it. You know what I mean?
No,
and then the Canelo fight, he again moving up 2-3 weight classes, he still kept his hand speed, and so he was sharp, and he even pressed Canelo from the mid to late round. So
from that 7th round, you had a round or 2. It was a boring fight. Like first 5 rounds. Bro, when you land 3 punches a round, that's not much action. I'm sorry.
You gotta watch. Listen, it's chess, not checkers. That's what we say. It's chess, not checkers.
But it's like playing basketball and not scoring baskets.
Okay. I don't want to bring this up, but
not good action.
Again, no one know like what Canelo's last 5 fights prior to Bud. Who's really pressing him?
Personal. What do you mean?
Canelo. I'm saying his last fight, last five.
He
Like the
didn't press Canelo. What are we talking about here?
what you mean he ain't press him? Yeah, what?
He did not press him. Stop. Y'all ready for Friday? Bud stepped away to open the door for the reign of Jake Paul. Oh shit! Yeah, Friday. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We got a lot to talk about, especially tonight as well. But I forgot the reign of Jake.
I'm telling you right now, I got a different outlook on Saturday with this Jake Paul fight.
You mean Friday? It's Friday.
Friday, whatever. I got a different look. Output.
Hold on. You want to touch on that since you brought it up?
Think about it, bro. What earlier was last week? I mean, end of late last week, they just announced that they're trying to do a Jake Paul. Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury finally in the UK. Do you
That was
think?
always on the table though.
But do you think though, since that's been put out there, you think that Jake Paul's gonna sit around? I mean, Joshua's gonna sit there and let Jake hang around? You know what I mean?
Oh, I said this last time.
Because think about it. If you want to make that fight big, the Tyson Fury fight, if you want to make that fight big, you got it. You can't let this guy sit around and give him confidence or make it sound like he can compete with you. You got to go out there and spark dude and keep it moving. Because dude shouldn't be on your level. Dude is not on your level. So if you still want to prove that you're still one of the elite heavyweights in the world, you got to get rid of this guy ASAP and then move on to the Fury fight and make it. You know what I'm saying? And have a huge promotion. Because think about it. If you even if you let Jake sit around, play around, it takes away the aura that you still got it going into the Fury fight. Wow, why would you do that?
I told you this before, right? Remember I said, bro, the reason he can't allow Jake to stand around is because he has $150 million bag over his head, which Turkey Alassi has been planning for. Remember, he was already training for this fight.
That's what I'm saying. You can't. This is for people that keep crying, saying, "Oh, this is scripted." I don't think it's scripted. I don't think Anthony Joshua is going to sit there and play with Jake Paul, man. But shout out to Jake Paul, because from what I was told, also Jake Paul had to go out there and get somebody that Netflix would actually approve of fighting. Because like you pointed out many times, remember when he was trying to build the fight with Tank, it wasn't building. It wasn't moving the needle. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? They had more complaints than anything. People, the tickets weren't selling. I'm pretty sure everyone that was involved in it in terms of the business, they seen this. And so when that fight got canceled, like you pointed out, that was a sign of relief because they dodged a bullet. But on the flip side, Jake Paul had to go out there and get someone that's actually going to bring attention for people to actually tune into Netflix. Whether you want to see him lose or whatever or get knocked out, people are going to definitely want to tune in. I'm definitely going to tune in. You know,
now I am.
I'm definitely tuning in. But again, like I said, no one was really interested in seeing him fight Tank. But when you got somebody like Joshua that can basically put out your light,
yeah,
people are going to tune in.
My man L brings up a good thing. He says, but on the real, where does boxing go from here? And I'm going to tell you where it goes from here. I'm going to answer that for you, Al. You ready for this? It's going to go to the future of boxing. I think the Bud retirement, right, alongside of Canelo, basically at the tail end of his career, just about to retire, it puts a big emphasis on Shakur versus Teofimo. I believe these are the two guys that are going to lead the torch going forward, and them fighting in their prime at both the age of things.
And boxing's still good though, because like you said, you got those two. You got the Abdullah Masons coming up in the world. You still got Inoue out there. You still got your boy Bam. But so I think boxing is still in good hands. It's still good. I actually like that now there's room for the younger fighters to grow and potentially take the torch and move forward with boxing. So I feel like boxing is always gonna be in a good place. And again,
it's gonna be in a more competitive place in a sense to where Shakur's and the TOs see the opportunity to take the flame. Because again, Crawford, he's done, right? Canelo probably has another 2 fights left in him, and that's it. It's the opportunity to become a face of boxing for the first time in a long time. There's no Mayweather, there's no Canelo, there's no Oscar. We're looking for that new face. We thought we had a face in Gervonta Davis, but he's not willing to be great. And all of the things that he does and represents don't represent the positive for boxing. So I feel like guys like that. I mean, as a matter of fact, I spoke to the Hitchens camp last night. They were not very happy about the video I put out yesterday. And they told me that after the Jermaine Ortiz fight, there's going to be a couple big announcements with Richardson Hitchens. So even Hitchens looking to make big fights. You got Gary Antoine Russell trying to make big fights. You got the 154-pound division where we're looking for Boots to become a superstar. Maybe a Virgil Ortiz becoming a superstar. So I think we're in good hands.
Tito Mercado also had a good showing over the weekend as well. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Boxing, it's in good hands. I'm not worried about it. But there's gonna be a lot of stuff for you and I to talk about in the future. So I'm not worried about what boxing is going on.
And to be honest, the fact that 140 is so stacked right now. You got Keyshawn Davis. You got even Lamont Roach going up to 140. You got Tito Mercado at 140. You got Hitchens. You got Keyshawn. You got Teofimo. You got Shakur willing to go up and weight. There is a lot of interest to be pushed in those divisions. 154. 147, it's got some stars. It ain't a great division, but you got someone like Devin Haney and Bill who understand how to market his brand. So I think you got that. You got Bam Rodriguez coming up. You got Inoue. You got Nakatani saying he wants to fight Bam Rodriguez next year. There is a lot of fights, and not only that, let's shout out the ladies. You got Clarissa fighting Franchon Cruz's Earn. You have Alicia Baumgartner. You have the emergence of female boxing with MVP. So I think we're in a good place, but who's going to stick out and who's going to be the next star, and how is boxing going to be sold? And what I mean by that is we were used to the big pay-per-view days. Is that over? Are we going to straight Netflix? Is it going to be streaming? How is this going to be introduced? And I think that's where the maneuvering is going to be. Is it going to be Turkey with Dana? How is Oscar and these guys going to compete with the Saudi dollar? I mean, it's going to be interesting, but there are a lot of good fighters out there potentially ready to break out. And you named one, Abdullah Mason, another one. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. Shout out to Paul.
Good morning.
But yeah, I mean, I think boxing's in a great. There's a lot of positive, a lot of prospects that are getting really popular. So I'm definitely excited to speak on them, and a lot of Americans. I think that's something that's very big too. Like boxing needs a lot of American stars as well.
American promoters need platforms to put these stars on.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I'm saying. Is it going to be the zone? I mean, the zone is owned by what, the UK? Then you got.
Like I said again, Golden Boy are having issues with the zone and potentially going to Amazon Prime, which means paying for cards. Let's be real. Amazon Prime is not, is not putting on shows for free TV. So it's more people. That means probably more pay-per-view. Top Rank is still working out a deal to get a platform for their fighters. Like, where does I know, like you said, we need more American stars, but we need these promoters to also give these stars a platform.
No, absolutely. We do need the exposure for these guys.
But that's the thing about it, and that's when you got Zuffa Boxing. Zuffa Boxing is trying to. They were just at USA Boxing's national tournament.
Yeah.
Scouting. Like I said, I've been to gyms out here in California, and kids are asking about Zuffa and what they're paying and things of that nature. Matter of fact, between you and us and everybody watching, me and my partner, we was told from someone within Zuffa Boxing that they're open for business. If we have any talent, let's hit them up and we can work out a deal.
I'm gonna be honest, and again, Zuffa, especially with the Saudi dollar behind him, is going to be very difficult to beat. Yes, there's a lot of
I
stars out
think
there,
no, I
but
think this is the thing. I think they're gonna be good though. No, not even cut you off. I think they're gonna be really good in terms of building prospects because you gotta think about it. Prospects don't make a lot of money as it is. But when you have, like you said, when you have a big backing like the Saudis and you know everyone behind that, that wall, they want to definitely generate and bring and that without breaking the bank though, without breaking the bank, give these kids a good sum of money
yep,
to basically do this, for a living. But at the same time,
yeah,
you also going to have to eventually start attracting, what I'm saying, maybe some of these top stars or some of these top contenders to
yeah.
also carry the mantle as well. But like I said, but for now, I think they're going to be great in terms of building in prospects and putting money in their pockets. But we still haven't seen them sign anyone
No,
of note that has a name that can, also carry the mantle. So I think right now they're in the stages of yes, it's good. It's probably best for them to get prospects and guys that are starting out their careers now. But eventually, they're gonna have to either turn those prospects into stars or also go out there and recruit at least a couple of big name fighters to also represent them as well in the world of boxing. Because
yeah.
remember, Dana White he tried this a few times and he couldn't get any traction. So like you could
But
you could throw you could throw out all the money in the world, but if you don't got the right names that people want to see, it won't do anything good.
well, remember when he first tried this, he didn't have the backing like he has now. So now you can pay the top guys coming out of whatever. The biggest knock I seen from Oscar was like, oh, they're not going to let these guys develop. They're just going to put them in the ring together. I think that's an approach.
That's a problem too, though.
Yeah,
A lot of these young prospects they may if they don't do it right, they may throw a lot of these young
yep.
prospects to wars,
Mhm.
and that kills careers early. And then
No,
what? Then you're in the back of the line. You got a losing record again. You might get released to your contract. Or even when your contract is
yep.
done and fulfilled, who's going to want to pick you up? Are they going to resign you, or are the other promoters going to want to pick you up if you have a lopsided career? I mean, yeah, you may be good, but let's be real. You know how boxing works. Boxing is not the UFC. You
Yeah.
you lose one or two fights, people want to write you off.
And I think that's where they want to change people's perspectives as well, and that's why they want to bring the Ring Magazine belt over there. They're really trying to.
But do
I mean,
you? But
I see their vision. I see their vision.
but that's another question though. Does that? But do they dilute the Ring Magazine belt?
I don't
Because
think they
again, the
diluted. I
Ring
think
Magazine, the Ring Magazine belt goes off as a boxing as a whole.
as a whole, yeah,
Outside as a whole, the number one and the number two fighter in the East Division is eligible. To fight for the Ring Magazine. The number three guy comes in if the number one on them. I think the number two guy refuses to fight. Then the number three guy. But again, how does the rankings work then? With does the Ring Magazine still work with the fighters outside of Zuffa as well? Because I don't like I said, the Ring Magazine is one of the most prestigious titles in boxing. Do we? We don't want to kill the aura because we want to put it just basically for Zuffa.
I think it will be open, and I think that's going to be the bridge between Zuffa and everyone else because it would be major for somebody on Zuffa to win that belt, right? So I think that's going to be keeping it prestigious, but at the same time building up Zuffa to eventually fight somebody that has the Ring Magazine belt. And I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I watched a couple interviews. I forgot the dude's name. And of course, you got people attacking her like Oscar, which again, he has a personal stake in the situation. I mean, Turkey's not going to be funding Golden Boy events if he's focused on this. So, there's going to be a lot of negative feedback in that regard. I've actually seen Lou DiBella, shout out to Lou DiBella, come out and say positive things about Zuffa and where boxing is going to go. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a big thing, and boxing is definitely in for a huge transition, especially losing some of their stars.
Remember though, and it's not a knock, but we remember back in matter of fact 10 years ago, 2015, PBC came into the mid game. PBC was all about bringing back to boxing on free TV. Remember that, and they came in with a bulk of money as well. And it started out strong and it looked great, but over time, you see what happened.
But that's why you bring in someone like Dana White, who started the UFC in what 92 and was able to turn it into an organization that operates in.
Okay, but then what top stars like Oscar said? What top stars does the UFC have right now?
Well, let me break it down to you. It's so you got to remember it's similar to they kind of operate similar to like the NFL or the whatever, right? Players are going to retire, but you fall in love with the league, the team, and I think people love the UFC, the brand, more so than the star power. Absolutely, think about it.
Boxing is different.
Boxing,
but boxing is different. People are more in love with the fighter and their brand bigger than the promotion.
Good. That's not good because then you create guys like Gervonta Davis. Look at how terrible Gervonta Davis's resume is. Like that's when people fall in love with a boxer, that's what happens. People need to fall back in love with boxing as an organization as opposed to specific athletes, because then they get to dictate all the terms. And that's when you see people duck and smoke. And I think that's what Turkey Al-Sheikh and Dana White are aiming for, is the people to fall back in love with boxing as a sport as opposed to just individuals that they really like. And that's where
boxing, that means you're gonna have to probably put on some great fights with each card instead of just because, like, again, boxing mainly, as we see today, focuses on the individual rather than the brand.
And that's not good. It's not good.
It is what it is, though.
I hear you, but I think that's where they're going with it. You got to think about it, bro. When you watch the NBA, we lost Mike, we lost Kobe, we're about to lose LeBron, we lost Shaq, we lost AI, and continually we get the Lucas, we get the Morants. You got to continue to build that, but at the same time, you got to love the league. People love basketball. People love the
NFL. People love boxing, but they have their individual stars that they love too.
100%, but it's not driven solely by the stars. People love the Giants. I don't know why you like the Jets, but you do.
I don't get my Knicks, but my Knicks. Yeah, I see my Knicks though.
That's really what it is.
I see my Knicks though.
Oh God, please. PBC had a great start and a great stable. The WBC seemed to be their primary belt that the fighters fought for, but they did not develop prospects properly. And absolutely, you're gonna make mistakes. And another thing people got to realize is this: when the sport is what people love, then you get your TV rights deals. The NFL, they get $1 billion TV deals. That's how they make their money before selling a ticket. And I remember speaking to this dude. I met him about 10 years ago. He was he dealt with the Rams, right? With the Rams. And I was talking to him business-wise. And he said, you guys rely on ticket sales to make your money? And I was like, a lot of it is ticket sales. And he kind of laughed. He was like, that's why most businesses don't succeed. And I asked him to explain. He said that in the NFL, that 1% of ticket sales actually add to the revenue of the NFL. And I was like, so how do they operate? And when he broke it down to me, it was insane, because that's where boxing needs to go. You can't be relying on gates. You can't be relying on pay-per-views. You have to rely on these TV deals. The TV deals break up so much of the revenue for the NHL, the NBA, the NFL, Major League Baseball, that they don't have to sell tickets. They can have empty arenas and still operate with teams. And that's where Zuffa or whoever's going to come in has to aim for.
But you got to think about it also, though. In the past, we've seen that because ratings were low, that, I mean, think about it. PBC had fucking like 5 different networks: Spike TV, Fox, CBS, and ABC, whatever. But if they weren't attracting the viewers, like I said, these networks rely on viewership. So if you don't have any stars in your stable, that's bringing in good content, viewership, and making people want to tune in, these networks eventually, they're going to say, okay, after this deal is done, we're not going to renew the deal, and we're going to move. We're going to,
but that's why you have to get a mental deal. And again,
you got to build stars. You still got to have stars. That's just how it is with boxing.
Think about it. Boxers aren't loyal to the Golden Boys. They're loyal to the dollar. If Zuffa were to come in and say, hey, we're going to guarantee X, Y, and Z, they're going to get more people. And people got to realize, too, is a lot of these boxers aren't getting paid shit. I watched a clip of an interview where I think it was Tim Bradley he won the belt and got paid $44,000. Won the belt, a major belt, got $44,000. If they can eclipse that, if they can make it where there's more money for these individuals, which they can, they have a really good shot coming out of the Olympics. They probably have a better shot of landing some of these guys because they're going to be willing to pay more. Hopefully, you know what I mean. But Oscar's a beast. So that Top Rank is a beast. I would buy Top Rank, to be honest with you. Top Rank is looking. I mean, why not buy Top Rank? I would not be surprised if they go out and buy Top Rank and take all their contracts and bring them over to Zuffa. I believe it's going to be a move like that that's going to separate. And remember, we've already seen that they've been talking of possibly getting bought out. Top Rank. Mark my words, one of those organizations is going to be bought out. Shout out to Omaha, Nebraska.
Listen, you're a guy still Golden Boy and PBC potentially working together in the future. Because they see what's happening with the threat that's coming in, which is Zuffa boxing. So they're gonna have to, get their shit together and start working with each other and making good fights. It's all about good fights. People want to see good fights. People don't give a damn about who the hell the promoter is. People want to see good fights. If you bring in good fights, people can care less who the hell the promoter is.
Who does a better job than Top Rank of development?
Top Rank does a great job in developing. Prospects and champions.
In the right direction, though. Come on.
But people have complained that Top Rank has had issues, building, creating stars.
Everyone has. I mean, but they've had Shakur, they've had Teofimo.
The PBC was doing good in terms. Let's be real, they were doing good in terms of creating stars.
So it's Top Rank. Top Rank has so
many. Like I said, you had your Danny. Listen, just in the welterweight division. At one point, you had the Danny Garcias, the Keith Thurmans, the Sean Porters, even you could throw Ugas in there. They had Manny Pacquiao. Then Floyd at the time, he wasn't PBC, but it was Al Hammond, but you see, he was still associated with the brand. That's what I'm saying. And what's that? Star power. I mean, yes, PBC may have not been the best in terms of building prospects into contenders, but they damn sure had, had the backing of the star power for us to tune in and sit the hell down and see what was going on.
I really believe that they're going to start acquiring a lot of these entities, and I think that's going to be the biggest thing. And I think Top Rank is going to be the first chess piece to fall off the board.
I don't think so, because like I said, right now they're still in talks of getting a home for it. So it'll be a while before that happens. But
if they buy Top Rank, they're gonna have Netflix. They're gonna have a home if they buy Top Rank. Remember, a couple of years ago, they were talking about purchasing Top Rank and Golden Boy. They were all, listen, people can say whatever they want. Oscar said what they want, but Oscar's ears were open.
Did it happen?
That he sold Ring
Magazine. All Oscar did was sell the Ring Magazine.
But they were having conversations about buying Golden Boy. They were always.
But did it happen?
I mean, listen, it might be worth more for him to sell in the near future, and all of those organizations come into one. I would not be surprised. What's good, Kevin Jackson in the building, my guy. We will see how it plays out. Of course, everything's going to be in the beginning, but boxing is going to go through a major shift. Wow. It's going to go through a major shift. So I do believe some of these entities are going to be acquired by, I remember, this same organization that acquired the WWE, that helped acquire UFC, are in play, including the Saudi money. So, I mean, if they were able to...
Listen, man, you got guys like Oscar. Oscar's out here on social media every day trying to prevent it from happening. So you don't think he's talking to his the other promoters, like Bob Arums of the world and so forth?
Bro, they bought the WWE. The WWE is bigger than any boxing
organization. And people are complaining about how the WWE is going.
I haven't seen that. I've seen them throw a lot.
People are complaining how that's going right now.
But at the end of the day, were they purchased or not?
They were, but the fans are not liking what the product is looking like.
They're still tuning in. I just watched everything sold out.
Bro, they just had not too long ago. They just had an issue with tickets not selling in the WWE. What are you talking about?
They're always gonna have that. But people are watching.
The WWE, because this is the thing. Vince McMahon, when he had it, Vince's thing was he wanted to always make sure tickets were affordable for the families, to tune in. Now that you got, TKO and everyone behind the WWE, they're boosting up the prices for tickets and it's turning people away. They're having issues now selling out events in
You don't think
WWE
boxing is?
because of that. Because it's so business oriented instead of thinking about the people first.
You just said that PBC is in talks with Golden Boy to combine their efforts in
Oh
order to
yeah,
throw cards.
yeah.
That alone tells you at this point that they see the writing on the wall. They have to combine. I'm telling you right now.
But you're saying they're
eventually
being bought out by they're going to be bought out by the bigger, you know what I'm saying, by the bigger bank. No, they still want to keep it the way boxing is. So they got to come together and join forces to keep that shit away from them from happening.
To be honest with you, I don't think there's any of that. I believe they haven't heard the number that rings their ear.
All right.
I'm telling you, I believe it's going to get bought out. Multiverse Gaming, what's up? Listen, we all, my man Al says, W is turning away their core audience the same way Vegas did when the corporation took over.
Thank you. Their core audience
at a high level.
Their core audience was families, kids, parents bringing their kids to, now they want to boost up price. We're going for like, oh, I can't afford that shit. I'm not going. Then on top of that, the storylines are shit now as it is.
Listen, I'm not saying the product is better, but what I am saying is this.
That's what it comes down to, the product.
Listen, when that number hits and Oscar hears that, and you're going to hear, let me hear clap back there.
But that's cool for Oscar. That's cool for Oscar. What does that do for the fans? You could sell it.
I hear you.
You could sell it. You could sell it. You could sell it. But if the fan, at the end of the day, it's cool for the individuals in the behind the scenes to get their little bag and walk off into the sunset. But what does that do for the sport as boxing as a whole for the audience?
Let me ask you a question.
For the audience,
the biggest knock on from the fans was Oscar and these guys weren't making the big fights. Who made the big fights happen? He happens to be working with TKO, and that's
okay. Zuffa boxing is not, if it's not, you know what I'm saying, attracting.
I think they will. Man,
if they're not attracting fighters to sign with them to make the big fights, what the hell? What does it matter?
I believe they will. It's the beginning stages. They're gonna end up purchasing one of those. Whether it's, I'm gonna tell you right now. Mark my words on this episode right now. What's today's date? What's today? The 17th. Today's 12/17/2025. I need everybody that watches this clip this motherfucker right here. Top Rank will be the first chess piece to fall off the board and sell to TKO.
Top Rank has been around for over 50 years. Bob Arum is a survivor. The man is still walking around here like everything's good too. Bob Arum is not giving up. Listen, the only way Top Rank gets goes that direction, Bob Arum is gone from the face of the earth.
I'm telling you, he's already 95. I mean, God bless that man, my pot smoking Bob Arum. I love him to death. But at the end of the day, TKO will acquire Golden Boy and Top Rank. Mark my way. And I would not be surprised, PBC. These guys will be, they will be bought. And then you're going to see that. I mean, then you're going to see Zuffa take a whole nother turn because they're going to have the fighters at this point.
Man, listen.
What if I going to do that?
Zuffa right now, in my opinion, is attracting the younger kids. Impossible. They are not attracting anyone. They're not attracting anyone of a means with a name.
So hold on, Jamal. So look, I got offered a few deals, right? And in those deals, and I'm just gonna, I don't want to name the companies, but in those deals, they outlined them attacking this demographic. Do you know why? Because people at this age, from 12 to I think like 20 or something like that, they form allegiances to their brands, and that's what they attack. They don't care about us old motherfuckers. They want to bring in the new. They see the future. And I'm telling you right now, in order for boxing to elevate to the levels of the NFL and these organizations, that's what's going to happen. Mark my words, 12/27. Mark my words. I said a long time ago, all promoters have to accept their share of pushing boxing in the direction it is heading now. Absolutely. But these guys won't be around. There's not going to be a lot of big promoters. I'm telling you right now, man. Look at Matchroom. I believe they're going to go too. I think all of them are going to go. But we're going to see. Clarissa Shields announced her big fight in January. Is it January? For his friend Sean Cruz DeZern. What you think?
That's cool.
Damn,
like I said, I'm glad my girlfriend Sean got what she wanted. Clarissa stays busy and gets active. I mean, their first fight was a banger. You know what I'm saying? And that was a pro debut for both of them. Yeah. That was a pro debut for the both of them, like I said. And then they got history from the amateur. So I'm not mad at the fight. I'm like I said, I hope they're well compensated, and I hope it's just entertaining. But like I said, shout out to both of them. Those are my people. So they gotta do what they gotta do.
Clarissa's moving like a boss, though. I ain't gonna lie. She's really moving like a boss, bro. Like, I'm like, oh, shit, I'm watching them. She's making her decisions. She's she's Jake Paul and a motivator. Shout out to Pat Poose for putting the battery in her back. She's moving well, man. I mean, like, she's doing her thing. I look forward to the fight. I hope it's a good fight. Maybe they get a part 3. You know what I mean? I don't know. I know Fran Sean is gonna give 1,000%, and she's motivated. So
I'm with you, Aaron. I'm glad he took his ball and left too.
I'm glad.
My man was I bet.
Yeah, those greedy people a lesson. He retires undefeated. That will teach these greedy people a lesson. I don't understand that statement. Who was greedy in this situation?
The sanctioning bodies.
The sanctioning bodies are always gonna get their money. Like, who cares? I mean, the sanctioning bodies shit is corny, but I mean,
if anything, they're the ones that's probably panicking the most than they promoters. If you got somebody like Zuffa that's trying to take away, they're trying to eliminate sanctioning bodies, you definitely believe that these motherfuckers are definitely panicking and on thin ice.
But again, these guys are all about money, and I'll be honest with you. I think they can be bought too. So, I mean, we're talking about guys that cry about 0.6%. You don't think the sanctioning bodies can all be bought out as well? I think they will be. But, it is what it is. I was never mad at Terence for that. But, boxing is definitely going to look a lot different within the next 10 years. And whether you like it or not, that's pretty much what's going to be. Hopefully, we're the faces of the podcasting game when it comes to that. And, Yaka Rockers. Jamel's not with it. But, it's all good, man. We're going to get paid off of it. Listen, TKO, we're here. I'm ready. I'm ready. The thing is, boxing has become a joke. Look at how we are getting these circus matchups. We saw Ben be celebrated for being a man in the ring who looked half dead in the ring. I mean, it was a big matchup out there. I did enjoy the dancing from Eubanks Sr., but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's become a show. Look at what Turkey came in. He had Eminem fucking performing. He had Buster performing. Like, they're trying to turn it into something more appealing for the fans, in a sense, right? I think it's going to be a balance. I think you have to, do certain things. They bring back Max Kellerman. We're going to see how everything gets integrated, man. But listen, even Max Kellerman is kicking down the door saying Zuffa's good for boxing. I mean, you can't.
All competition is good for boxing, but you know what I'm saying, when you have one big brand, that ruins. You know what I'm saying? That kind of, think about it. When the WWE had WCW, when the WCW was still around and it had WWE, it was good for boxing. You know why? Because you still had competition for everybody to step their game up. Yeah. If you got one umbrella controlling every moving piece, they pretty much can do what they want. So you're gonna need those outside promoters and brands to keep boxing entertaining, to keep everybody on their toes, and to keep things fresh.
I mean, listen, it's happened in every sport. The NBA, the NFL. The only one that has to happen to is boxing, and the only one that hasn't grown from it is boxing. I think it's eventually gonna happen, Jamal, and I get it. Some people don't like change, but in order for boxing to grow and us get these guys to get paid, there has to be more money out there. You know what I mean? Is Zuffa good for MMA? MMA fighters get paid peanuts? I don't think. I mean, well, look from a fan perspective. Who throws more events than the UFC? Nobody. My brother Jared McCoy in the building. Once y'all allowed Jake Paul to come in and y'all accepted it and didn't stand against it, boxing was never going to be taken serious, and y'all deserve.
I don't know who. First it was just a YouTube thing. Not everybody, thinking this guy's out here, potentially taking out Anthony. Matter of fact, I'm glad I'm glad my man Cam. Did you see Cameron and Alicia's interview?
No, I didn't see it. How was it?
Shout out to my girl Alicia Bumgarner. But
by the way, did you text her?
I did hit her up. But shout out to my girl Alicia Bumgarner. Basically, Cam had to sit down with her, and Cam was like, asking her about the Jake Paul situation. Does he have a chance against Anthony Joshua? She said that she believed that Jake Paul has a chance. Cam looked at her and was like, Are you just saying that because that's
Yes,
your promoter, or is that your, you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Anybody listen. Anybody with a brain deep down. I know you, my girl Alicia, but deep down, you know that boy in trouble. I know that's your promoter. I know that's your promoter. You saying all the, all the politically correct right things, but we know, I know as a fighter,
if this is a real fight,
that boy gonna need more than a damn puncher's chance.
If this is a real fight, he gets knocked
Ain't
out.
no motherfucking real fight. He going to sleep.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, if
He
Anthony
going.
Joshua goes in there with the intention of it being a
He
real
got
fight,
listen. He got touched. I think 1 or 2 times by a 60-year-old Mike Tyson with sparring gloves on. They have 10-ounce gloves, and you still have an active.
Woodley hurt him.
Woodley
hurt him the first time. Yeah.
Listen, man, he going to sleep,
man. Listen, this
shout
is
out to Jake. Jake, you a real one, Jake, for taking this fight. I commend you for that.
If Jake Paul doesn't go to sleep within the first 30 seconds of this fight,
going to sleep.
People are going to call it rigged.
Y'all might listen. Y'all might as well just focus on the rest of the undercard, because when that main event comes around, it's going to be here. It's going to be here, and it's going to be here 1 minute and go on the next.
Absolutely. My man, no saying if it's not scripted, it's over. Absolutely.
Nah, it can't be scripted, because again, if you want to get that Tyson Fury payday,
absolutely,
which is going to be huge in the UK, why would you diminish your aura for a scripted ass fight? Man, get this shit out man. Get this guy up out of here and show that what it's really like to be in there with a real contender in boxing, and stop playing around.
Yeah, I think. I mean, listen, we're all hoping Anthony Joshua has not sold himself out, right? That's what I think people are questioning at this point. If Anthony Joshua goes in there with the intent to defeat him, he's going to floor him within. I mean, maybe when they touch gloves. When they touch gloves, he might be sleeping at that point. So
he going to sleep.
Forget Tyson Fury. Yo, he's not giving up $150 million bag to dance around with Jake Paul.
Exactly.
So, I don't. If AJ doesn't win or doesn't stop Paul, then it's absolutely.
It's some bullshit.
Yes. I mean, I'm sorry.
You don't knock out Ngannou in the first round and let Jake Paul survive 8 rounds.
That's what Gerald said. Stop calling these. My man Gerald says, stop calling these celebrity fights. People like Jamel worked their whole life to be great, and y'all allow this dude to come in and make it a circus. Nobody checked him at the door. I mean, it's real shit. I mean, he's not lying.
That's what Gerald. That's why Anthony got to show him the door. You got to show him the door on Friday, yo. Stop playing,
bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Look, man, 8 rounds, like that's nothing. That's nothing. You want to be ranked by the WBA. Listen, you want to be ranked by the WBA, but then you want to, you know what I'm saying, when it's time to fight a real fighter, y'all want to bring it down to 8 rounds.
Bro, if it goes 8, if it goes 1 round,
the fact that it's even listed for 8 rounds tells you right there all enough. They're trying to get out. They're trying to get out as fast as they possibly can. But like you said, it shouldn't even go 3 rounds. It shouldn't even go 3. It shouldn't even go 3.
It shouldn't go 1 round.
Listen, he gonna run. You got to catch that man.
You think he can outrun Joshua?
He gonna run. He gonna run,
bro.
He's going to run.
Ain't no way. No,
he's gonna get hit. Listen. If Anthony Joshua hits him with something in the first round and it doesn't put him down, he's gonna be on high alert. He's getting out of it.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If it lasts more than a minute, 1 minute, it's rigged.
Yo, it's not. I'm telling you, Joshua gonna hit him with something. He's gonna be like, hold up, this ain't it.
Bro, Joshua's gonna hit him with a jab and it's gonna be over. Bro,
he out of there.
There is no chance in hell.
L. I'm telling you, L. Yo, I want everybody to go to YouTube look up Martin versus Tommy Hearns. That's how it's gonna look. He's gonna get on that bike.
Bike, bro. Dog, there's no way in hell he runs.
He's going to get on that bike.
There's no way, bro. Bro, they showed him.
Hold on. This man. I
think it's Friday to fight.
Nah, this man. Listen, this man got on the interview, Jake Paul, and said that he thinks that this fight is going to look like Usyk versus Joshua. I said, stop.
I mean, unless you put on an Usyk costume.
No, now he's comparing himself to Usyk is an Olympic gold medalist, was an undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and this man got there and said that he thinks this fight is going to play out the way Usyk and Josh did. I said, okay, it's a fact.
Well, bro, first and foremost, and again, no disrespect to Jake Paul. I love everything he's done in regards for women's boxing. I like that he puts the light on. But if this fight lasts more than 10 seconds, I'm going to say 10 seconds, it's scripted. There is no way in hell.
Yo, what are the odds? Somebody find me the odds. Yo, what are the odds of this fight? Somebody please find me the odds.
Bro.
I need to see the odds, yo.
If anything, bro, you could probably bet $1 on Jake Paul and make $1 million.
I'm ready. I'm willing to put up child support on a year's worth of child support on that fight. I'm willing to put up my child support for that fight. Yo, a year's worth of child support.
I'm not even trying to disrespect Jake Paul because I really like Jake.
It's not disrespect. It is what it is. It's reality. It's reality, yo.
He's gonna hit with a jab and he's going to sleep, bro. It's Friday. Friday night,
I'm holding my my kid's mother's child support put on that fight,
bro.
It's not happening, yo. It's not. Yeah, he gotta go.
Clip that part out of the interview right now.
Yo, he gotta go, yo. He gotta go. Right now.
And you guys have way too much confidence. People keeping it real when money is involved. When you got $150 million over your head, because if you don't,
he gotta go, man.
Yo, bro. Listen, that Tyson Fury fight will not happen if it goes 5 rounds. I'm sorry. It just won't. Like, who the fuck is going to want to see that?
It's not going 5 rounds, though.
It's not going 5.
But he's going to run. He's going to run. As soon as I'm telling you what's going to happen. Tell him what's going to happen. That first jab going to sting him. Boom. Oh, hell no.
First jab, he's going to sleep.
That first stiff ass jab, the jab is going to like me and El was taught, have you leaning forward, walking backwards. That jab is gonna straighten his back out. Boom.
And G says people who have never punched by a real fighter don't know. I sparred with a 145-pound fighter, and mind you, G's about 300 pounds. Real fighters hit hard. Heavyweights will kill you, man. Yo, no cap, bro.
Yo.
And Anthony Josh was
think about a 10-ounce glove, yo. 10-ounce glove.
Oh, 10. I thought it was 8. I thought it was gonna be 8. No?
8. That's murder.
Oh.
10 ounce. Anything over 147 pounds is 10-ounce glove. 10-ounce glove. Boom.
Not to mention that he's one of the biggest punchers at heavyweight division. It's not like he's not a big puncher, bro. He's super athletic. There's nothing that Jake can do if this man's really going to the fight.
He's gonna stiffen my man out. He's gonna stiffen him out.
Oh my God! They're gonna have the ambulance right outside. They're gonna have him right by the ring.
Wow, it's gonna be touch, bang. I'm telling you, touch, bang. Boom. He's gonna listen. He's gonna fill him out. He's gonna get that distance. Boom.
I'm telling you right now, if it goes past the round, people are gonna question.
Nah, Joshua, I believe in you.
Bro, believe.
I believe in you, AJ. Yeah, you gonna stiffen that man out, yo.
Bro, this is the equivalent.
But I credit Jake Paul. He put a promotional company on it. Yo, this might be the last we see this man. He's going back. He's going back to like the Misfits type fights after this. I promise you. He's going to be calling out, washed up MMA fighters after this. Watch.
Bro, that's like I don't think people understand how big of a gap this really is. Like,
I'm telling you what L at. I'm telling you, he's gonna do? He's gonna get hit so hard, he's gonna start biting the tape off and taking that shit the fuck off. Like, yo, this ain't it. Yo, motherfucker, take that shit off. Yo,
he didn't want to fight Hakeem Rahman Jr. You think he wants? Come on. Jake Paul's gonna win. If he wins, I'm not watching boxing again.
Yo, he's gonna be like Trey from motherfucking Boys in the Hood. Doe, let me out. Let me out. I'm telling you.
Oh. If people thought McNeely had a shot versus Tyson,
let me out.
100 times worse. This is actually 100 times worse. Like, let's be real. Like, it's bet the over on the rounds. Oh my! If it goes 8 rounds, then he sold.
Nah, it ain't going. Yo, he going under the ring. Fuck that. Boom.
I'm not gonna lie. He said Joshua's trash too, and his.
You think that Jake Paul gonna chin or not? All right.
He said Anthony Joshua's trash. Is crazy.
Rattlesnake.
How can you call a champion?
Listen, I'm not knocking anybody's opinion.
No,
but I'm telling you, like boxing is boxing. He's going, he's going to sleep.
He said he's gonna win. You know, AJ has a history of having bad money management. He needs the bread, Loki. That's why he has to win quick because he got 150 M's waiting for him. That's why he has to win.
Bad money management or not, it's a punch. Look how he did in Dongo. Look how he did him.
Bro, I mean, come on, bro.
Look how he did in Dongo.
I said the same thing. I'm not watching boxing no more when Canelo fought Kovalev. That's a completely different situation. Like, come on, bro. Stop it. We're talking about Jake Paul, who did not want to fight Hakeem Rahman Jr. Come on.
So y'all gotta stop the cat. Forget that. The man went life and death with the other Fury. You wouldn't life with Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury, yeah. He lost, yeah.
Tommy Fury. No, where has Tommy Fury been since then? Tommy Fury is not in anybody's top 15 in the heavyweight division. He's not even. Tommy Fury is not even in any sanctioned body's top 15 in the heavyweight division. Though. Come on. He went life and death with Tommy Fury. And I don't care how long ago it was. It's still Tommy Fury. Where's Tommy Fury at now? You mean come on? This man Joshua. Don't care what y'all say about the children. This man was a fucking unified world, the 2-time unified world motherfucking champion. Retired fucking Vladimir. Like stop. Oh my god, we got.
He said, man, y'all basing your opinions off pro heavyweights hitting AJ, not a 220-pound amateur. Yeah, facts. I mean,
for real.
His biggest knockout was Nate Robinson. Are we fucking serious, bro? Nate Robinson? Like, come on.
That man, listen. Let's be real. That man Chavez Jr. stuck around that fight longer than he should have in their fight. And Chavez Jr. started to bring on the heat towards the end of that fight.
And you know they paid Chavez Jr. in 8 balls. They were like, listen, just stay up. We're gonna give you 8 balls.
We gotta really just look at tape study and just call it for what it is. I credit Jake. You a brave man, but going to sleep.
He said we're wild for these takes. What are you talking about?
I absolutely. I love you, bro. Joe, I love you, bro. I'm telling you, we'll be back on when it's good. You know what? Me and Nose will be back on. No, we'll be on live early that night because that's what I saw. The fight gonna end early. We'll be on right after the fight. I told y'all.
I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna give you my live reaction. He's 1,000% started fighting behind the jab. What?
Yeah, and that jab gonna stiff him,
bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. When he stands in the middle of the ring,
get him out of here.
Joshua, he's gonna be like, yeah, he gonna run.
I'm telling you, like again, go watch Martin versus Tommy Hearns. He had the same demeanor during the face-off in the press conference. Like, remember when they had the face-off in the ring, and Martin was like, "What are you doing here?" And I came to get my ass beat. Yeah. That's the same demeanor Jake had in the face-off when he first seen how big Josh was up close. It was like,
yeah.
It wasn't none of that. It wasn't. I ain't seen none of that bravado, none of that MMA face-off shit that he was trying to do with Tank. I ain't seen none of that reality. And then on top of that, we all been hearing if you pay attention closely that he's been getting touched up by the sparring partners.
Yeah, he showed up with a black eye recently.
He's been getting touched up by the sparring partners.
Yeah.
With 16-ounce gloves on and a headgear.
Yeah. But on that note, man, I'm sorry. Jamal has to get to training.
Yeah, I'm about to go run. Y'all got me going.
Tonight, 9 p.m. We're gonna have a longer show. We're gonna double up for you guys today, and there's a lot to talk about in boxing.
Yeah, we're going early. We're going early up an hour earlier from now on out. We're going here on out.
We may even have a guest for you guys.
9 p.m. Music. I'm about to hit Alicia. Check our inbox, yo. Check your inbox, Alicia, because I gotta talk to her too. She was tripping. Punches, chant. Everybody got a punch. That's the line. That's the line that every fighter uses. Everybody got a punch a chance. Y'all know what that means when somebody says you got a punch a chance. She said Jake Paul has a punch a chance, which is true. Everybody got a punch a chance. But where's the rest of the game plan? He just got a punch. That's all he got is a punch a chance.
On that note, man, tune in tonight. We're available on all platforms.
I'm betting the child support on this one. I'm betting child support on this one.
Don't put your money on Jake. You're gonna lose it. Tonight, 9 o'clock.
Y'all spoiled.
Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays we're on every day at 9 p.m. You know what I mean? We do need the Big Pun story. But on that note, we are out of here.
Peace.
We in tonight.